Lights, camera, action. What is up, boys and girls? Yo, what is up, everybody? Sorry, I was just getting situated. I had to grab the paint I need, the root beer I wanted. Yeah, root beer. Root beer. Sorry, sorry. I'm fully situated now. Root beer. I don't drink alcohol. Actually, fun crispy fact: I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. Um, you don't have to be the coolest guy at a party. You don't have to drink to be the coolest guy at the party. Just look at me. I'm literally the coolest person ever, right? So, but yeah, it's been a while. Been a busy time in Crispy's personal life. So we are back today, and we are working on this. Yeah, the mug is goated. I'm glad everyone else agrees. So this. I sized it up yesterday. I got this. I think the other body I put away already. But I got two of these retro. I got a symbiote and then the red and blue suit that came out a while ago with this like new articulation, so it's far better articulation. And it wasn't bootlegs or anything. It was the legit Marvel ones. But I got it for cheap. I got I think $45 for both, which I'm sure you guys know the red and blue suit, at least for a while, was going for like more than that alone. So it's got the drop down hips and everything. And then if you guys notice, the arms and legs are from that Gambit I bought. And then I actually took the feet from the Build-A-Figure. I don't know if that works. It's obviously going to be all painted up. I think it looks kind of cool. Then the wings and the heads are from the Build-A-Figure. And then I also have the weapons from the Build-A-Figure. And then what else? Oh, I have hands. I have a bunch of hands off to the side. So that's what we're working with. I sized it up last night to make sure everything works. Looks like it's going to work good. So I'll take it back apart, and then we'll probably try to work on the arms a little bit tonight. It'll be a short stream since it's late. Still recovering from a weekend of music festivities. It was a fun weekend, but I'm getting old, man. Sitting around at a music festival for a whole weekend's not as easy as at 30 as it was at like 23. Aren't your streams usually on shorts? What do you mean, like post stream? No, it's not a Venom Hobgoblin. It's just we're sized up for now. We're gonna paint this. Although that's kind of funny. That would be kind of sick, right? A Venomized Hobgoblin. It's not a bad idea. This head's a little. I think it can sit lower. I had to really heat it up just to plop it on there. I'll probably have to make the hole a little bit bigger up here, but everything else fits really good. So. Oh yeah, you're Aussies, so you think it tastes different. This is pretty sweet. This sword has a lot of detail in it too. It's like just, you know, but it's got like a little pumpkin there and stuff, so. So there's gonna be a lot of cool details to paint up. This I think is gonna be one of the, this is gonna take forever, I think, to fully finish up because, you know, on the McFarlane figures I do a lot of times, there's nowhere near as much like paint prep and stuff, but for this one, I guess you can see here, there's gonna be like rub there potentially, and the shoulders, all around here. I gotta get all this logo off, I think. Yeah, because it's a little bit raised, so I'll try to take that off before I paint the body. So it's gonna, and then there's, you know, there's details in the hands, the belt. Maybe touch this guy up a little bit. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot going on this guy eventually. It's gonna take a while, but sneak preview. I did buy 2 gambits. If you guys are on my Discord, you saw I bought 2 of these gambits, and so a little sneak preview of what the other gambit's gonna turn into. Byron, thanks, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Pop the arms back off real quick. Mexican boy, thank you. Lachlan, what's going on, man? How are you tonight? Or today, if you're in a different part of the world. That's crazy. Sometimes, depending on where I like Funly, there's a Funly store and stuff like that. On AliExpress, will get figures to me like really fast. Whereas like, you know, back in the day, even a few years ago when I first started collecting, it would take like 3-4 months. You would almost forget what you even ordered, and you're just like, well, that's probably $30 I'm never gonna get back. Oh well, and then a package just shows up on your front door. These arms were really hard to get in. They're a little bit bigger, so I had to trim down the peg a little bit. So get them out, it's gonna be impossible, I'm sure. I'm hoping I only have to do this one more time, so. Jeez. Sweet. Australia, cool. We got multiple Aussies tonight. How cool is that? From down under. Black Hole, good to see you, man. Oh, got some Monster Force hands? Hell yeah. I'm really curious about those figures. They look really good. I pre-ordered them like forever ago, and then I kept canceling because they were like just there to announce more and more figures, but like never actually put any out. And so I was like, how can they be like 3 seasons deep into figures and not have released one yet? And so I was like, okay, there's a lot of other things I want, so I'll cancel these pre-orders, get different things. Now a couple of them come out. I've seen like Robo do reviews on that stuff. Looks really good. I really want to try some one day. Toys, figures are for kids. Okay, why are you here then? The stream layout is good for you? All right, cool. Sweet. Good job, Fred. Doing a little bit more prep work on the joints here. Sorry if you can't hear me very well. I won't talk too much. Oops. All right, catching up on chat now. Sorry, I just didn't want to talk too much while I was dremeling. I don't know how the audio is, so. Marcencio, hello, how are you tonight? I'm doing good, Black Hole. I've been busy. You know, I've missed hanging out with you guys on Fridays and Tuesdays. Life been lifing, but we're good, man. We're doing good over here. Oh yeah, the Val hands are kind of tight. 3 shotguns and a 20 pack of guns. Hell yeah. Claudia, no problem, man. Yeah, we're working on. Ouch. We're working on Hobgoblin. Yeah, making Hobgoblin again. But this Hobgoblin's going to be Marvel Legend scale. It's going to have like far better articulation, a lot of cool detail and stuff. So it's different enough. I know I just made a Hobgoblin, but Hobgoblin is my favorite goblin. I know that's a hot take, but yeah. Ego, thank you. My family is from there. I am actually born and raised in New Jersey, but ouch. Sorry, my rabbit keeps trying to get my attention. Get. But oh no, we're not working on legs today. Sorry, I was filming off to the side too, doing long form stuff. I'm trying to. I've been saving up to upgrade my setup here too. I want to start doing. I've been like messing around with angles and everything. I think I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a stand so I can like have my camera like mounted here and it'll always be an aerial view. I think that'll work out good. So I can get like consistent footage and stuff. So what I want to do here, now that the joints are all sanded down, I'll probably nail polish them too, just to be like super certain that there's gonna be absolutely no paint rub once I'm done. But I'm going to, since you know there's a sculpting here, and we got different color, or yeah, different sculpting going on. I think I'm going to keep this blue. I'll make it a lighter blue. When I was you clicked directly on the stream and made a layout. Oh, okay, Brad, cool. I'm glad you figured it out. Holy yeah. Hey, maybe you learned it from the best. Yeah, we'll definitely do side-by-side Hobgoblin comparisons when that's done. I think that'll be fun. I also have this, we'll eventually, we'll do a Green Goblin the same style. And we're still working on the McFarlane scale Green Goblin as well for my universe. So we'll be able to do some Green Goblin scales and comparisons. Plus I have some just standards in my collection. I have the Mezco Green Goblin. I have the SH Figure Arts MCU Green Goblin. So we have a couple different fun comparisons we can do when we get there. But what I wanted to do, since this is already blue, this is gonna be good for Hobgoblin because he's already blue, and then we'll do this like wrapping and bandaging yellow, like an orange yellow. So what I want to do is, when I was doing my original, my original Hobgoblin, and everyone kept saying it looked like Deathstroke. Black Hole pointed out in the stream and then off to the side when we were texting one time that animated series Hobgoblin is more like a teal and yellow than he is like blue and orange. He's blue and orange in the comics a lot, but I obviously am a huge Hobgoblin fan because of the animated series. So it was kind of cool to like have that point. I was like, oh yeah, Black Hole, you're right. So I think I'm gonna do that here. I'm gonna do like a more teal blue. So this blue here will be a good base, and then we'll add more on top. And then we'll do the bandaging like more of a yellow instead of orange. But if you look at the animated series Hobgoblin, especially on his boots, he has like an orange trim. Around his hood is orange, and then everything else is yellow. So we'll do something similar here, where like this bandaging will be yellow, but maybe some of the outer trim and this like arm wrapping will be orange, stuff like that. We'll mess around with it. One thing I want to try that I saw on where did I see it? YouTube or Instagram today is big wheel custom next. So I already made a big wheel, but I have ideas for for a more modern take on a big wheel. So definitely pay attention for that. It might take a while to come out, but it's brewing in my head as we speak. So Garth, what's up, bro? If you made a stop motion intro, would I use it? Yeah, absolutely. Jason Macedonia, that's the 90s Master Error. I would say, go host, what's up, bro? I would say Black Hole, one of my favorites too is um, probably Kingsley, Roger Kingsley. As you can tell by my designs and like the vibe I was going for, I like the like evil maniacal hobgoblins. So, but I think this will be cool. So, like I was saying, sorry, I'm trying to catch up on chat too. I saw today that pink and purple is like recommended as like a good primer for yellow. And so what someone did was put like a pink and then a lighter pink to add like shading, and then the yellow over top. So then the yellow, especially if you keep it watered down, like follows the shading, which I've done, honestly, admittedly, like by accident a couple times with some of my customs, just because of like some of the more transparent opaque paints I use. So I want to try that on this. I want to like really like push the boundaries of what I can do on this figure and try to see if like, my foreign stuff comes out really good, right? And it's hard. I'm not going to say it's like easy for me. It's still a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. But I think doing something at a Marvel Legends scale with so many more moving parts and articulation, it's going to really like push my skills. And that's what I want. Like as an artist, I like to constantly push my boundaries, so I'm gonna experiment with a lot of different stuff on this figure. And I'm pretty excited to see how it all comes out. So this is like a lavender, but I'm gonna use a lavender or no, maybe. Eddie Brock figure, that'd be cool. Yeah, I didn't think Macedonia was in the comics. I didn't recognize that name. I know Kingsley, I know Macendale, because Macendale's brother is Jack-o'-lantern, right? Ned Leeds, obviously. Making Eddie Brock. I have like a comic Eddie Brock over there somewhere, but like an unsuited Eddie Brock, just like a casual Eddie Brock, that'd be kind of cool. So maybe I'll do. What should I put on first? I guess you'd say magenta like is pink, right? Maybe we'll try to put this on first and see what happens. Although I feel like the yellow that I use is like dark enough, it can probably go over this all right. This yellow, right? Probably cover all right. Let's try the pink, see if we hate it. And we can always backtrack there. Oh, in a 12-hour stream? I don't know. It kind of fell to the wayside when I originally mentioned it, and then we talked about doing a lot of cool different things, but never really solidified any of the plans, and so it just kind of fell through. But it's definitely still something we can do at some point, if people are actually interested in that. I think it'd be fun. Do the artist submissions like we were talking about, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Let me know if you guys would like that, and we can still try to plan for it. It was a busy time for me. Work was really busy because I work at a college university, so it was move-in time, beginning school year. A lot of you guys know, you guys started school and stuff. So work was slammed, and then just in general, had some side work to do. As a contractor, I occasionally have side work to do. Plus, I think I've told you guys, but I'm going to New York Comic Con next month. So I got invited out there, so I will be there. So I've been planning that trip, saving up my pennies. I think ultimately, like, this blue could work too, if I wanted to keep it to kind of be lazy. But I like the teal. I honestly kind of, maybe it's, it's my bias because I'm a '90s animated series guy. But I love the contrast of like the yellow and the teal. It's just so like animated series. So I'll probably, plus I'm being sloppy with this paint. So I pretty much have committed then at that point to painting this blue at some point. Doom guy, what's up, bro? Oh yeah, I love that. I love the that Mark Hamill voices it too. That's also why um why I like using Joker heads, because Mark Hamill's probably one of the most iconic Joker voice actors, right? And he's one of the only hobgoblins. I think there's one in like one of the most recent like Ultimate show that like wasn't really Ultimate Comics. I don't know. So some of the young guys in here might know. Might be the cartoon they grew up with. Sorry, I'm filming off to the side for my long form content. Also, Ghost. Sorry, I think I skipped right over your question. I've been working on a lot of different stuff, dude. I've been this has been consuming a lot of my time since finishing up some of my other customs. I got this guy I'm gonna work on soon. I just finished Demo Goblin. I would still want to do the McFarlane scale Green Goblin. I've been working on a Red Hulk, Secret Miles project. I'm not showing anyone yet. You want to do a custom on during 12 hour? Okay, that would be sick. No, I was actually wondering that today because Mike used to be super active in the Discord. I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't, I know things between he and I started to sour a little bit there, but I still wish the best for him. I understand that a lot of what he was doing and saying was, I think he's vocalized it before. He's generally feels more like an outcast and stuff, and struggles with a lot of different things. So I understand that. I have no malice towards him, but I haven't heard from him. So I'm hoping maybe he took taking some time off from the internet. Sometimes that's good for people. The internet can be a hard place to navigate, especially as a young adult. So I hope he's all right though. No, I haven't done Ninja Turtle yet, but that'd be cool. Cold Chrome. Deal the thrill. Thanks, bro. Right, right. Yeah, that's why they had already started making the Toy Biz toys for Hobgoblin. So that's why Aviator had insisted on Hobgoblin coming out first, which is so funny. Kind of, the whole point of Hobgoblin, right, is he finds Green Goblin's tech. So they had to kind of get creative with how Hobgoblin came first. But honestly, I haven't watched. I'll have to go back and watch it. But if I remember correctly, it was pretty good. So. Realistic Ninja Turtles? That sounds pretty sick, if you ask me. I'm sure that they looked really good. Okay. Should I paint the? Yeah, I guess I'll do the inside of the. Okay, that makes sense. I think. I don't need perfect coverage on the pink either, because you know it's kind of what we're going for here. You know, is to not perfect coverage so that we get some interesting shading once we put the yellow down. So that'd be fun. What do you? Yeah, NECA is terrible. Can I give? Sorry, I'm not to the point where I can give out figures yet. Thanks, Matt Topper. I appreciate it. So now I'm gonna do this really light, like lavender, on top of this pink to try to. Well, is it dry enough? Yeah. See how it's like catching the grooves, like the top of the grooves. So that's gonna give us this really cool effect, I bet, when we put the yellow down. Almost looks like a white dusting, but I know a lot of these tricks that I learned are like specifically designed for people that can airbrush. I don't have that luxury, so I just translate it to brushing and then hope for the best. Hope that translates good to my the way I can apply paint. I think this is gonna look good. I hope. And then maybe I will go lighter on these wrists because these are going to be orange. So, okay, that looks good. That looks good. That'll give us some interesting colors. Black hole, thanks, man. I think we can get something kind of cool out of that. Claudio, thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out. I know I don't recognize your name, so I'm assuming you're newer. Thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for all the commentary too. I appreciate interacting with you guys. These are from Gambit, Black Hole. I don't, you, you know me, I'm not an X-Men guy, so you probably know better. It's, I forget what, here, I still have a fully complete version of them off to the side that I have for a Green Goblin eventually. Let me grab that, I'll show you. Maybe you'll know just by how the way it looks. Hold on. See you, Matt Topper. Thanks for hanging out. Is the Age of Apocalypse Black Hole? Is that what it's from? The head sculpt's really cool too. If I can ever find a use for it, maybe I'll use it for something. It looks cool. AOA, cool. Alphon, what's up, bro? How are you doing tonight? Or today? I accidentally made a mistake already once. I got some Aussie fans in here. Is Joe Mama still here? Cold Chrome, welcome back. Joe Mama, glad to see you're still here, buddy. You're always cooking up customs. I know that much. Oh, Rex Sky Guy, the one and only. The legend himself, Rex Sky Guy, is in my live stream, guys. This is a monumental it's a monumental moment. Everyone tell Rex he has to finish his Green Goblin, because I'm about to make 3 Hobgoblins before he finishes 1 Green Goblin. Everyone tell him how amazing he is so he feels more inspired. He does stop motions too. He's all on the same page as you guys of trying to convince me to do stop motions, so. Have you done a Scorpion figure? I have. Oh, dude. You did this business cards. Thanks, man. I'll have to send it to you sometime. I have your address and everything. Yeah, I've done a Scorpion before, and people seem to dig it. It seems to be one of my more popular designs. Side said that was his favorite up until Hobgoblin came out, which Hobgoblin is one of my favorite McFarlane designs I've done so far, so I'm glad other people are feeling the same. This yellow is so thick. I thought about buying new paints just for this figures, like better paints. But then I was like, you know what? My whole thing is that like I use what I got. I'm a budget custom guy, Ain't nothing wrong with that. Please make a stop motion. Rex, man, I saw you. I saw you share it. I meant to respond to your story. I was at work, got a little busy. But how cool is it? Well, I mean, it's a little late, I guess. But how cool is it? They're finally making a season 1 Mando. Who was that? SH Figure Arts. It looked really good too, dude. I was like, do I need that? Probably not. But does it look amazing? Yeah. You damn right it does. Rex, you know it. A lot of people just say like as long as you water down the paints, which up until recently I didn't even know you're supposed to do. So I've kind of defied all the rules and known like suggestions, and that's sorry, I'm gonna yap a lot because. Oh no, Mug doesn't even have caffeine. I don't know why I'm yapping a lot. I guess I'm excited. I haven't hung out with you guys in a while. But people always ask me, oh, how do you get into it? How do you do this? How do you do that? I honestly just started doing it because as you can see, I don't follow a lot of the rules, and that's not like on purpose to be like edgy or be like, oh, I'm so cool. Look at me. But that's just kind of how it goes. You just kind of figure out your own way that works, and then as long as it looks good, works good, then that's that. But that's kind of the beauty of being an artist. So sometimes you just gotta do things. It's so cliche. It's literally a Nike slogan, right? But you truly just have to do it sometimes. I had no clue what I was doing. My first custom ever, I used a Sharpie marker, bro. Did it come out good? No. Did I learn? Yeah. My second custom ever, I drilled a hole right through the arm gauntlet because I was using my high-powered Makita drill from work to drill through Drill through an arm gauntlet instead because, I didn't have the money to buy a Dremel yet. So did I destroy the second custom I ever made? Yeah. But hey, man. You know how many job applications I lied on just to get a job that I really wanted? Just gotta do it sometimes. Shadow, we are doing Hobgoblin. Yeah, Rex Guy, you know how it goes, right? Oh, it's a re-release? That's so embarrassing, Rex. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it's generally suggested to water down paints. I think some of the higher end paints you might not have to, or it's not as necessary. I think they're a little bit thinner. Like these golden acrylic paints I use now, they're like really what's the word that it says high flow on it, and it's pretty like watery to begin with. I think a lot of these golden acrylics I buy are like designed for airbrushes, so they're pretty thinned out to begin with. So it works good, although they are extremely transparent. So it, I kind of have to like pick and choose what customs to use it on because I don't always need or want something that's that transparent because then I can't really cover the color under it. But yeah, cheaper paints, they they're are a little thick, so it's recommended to thin them out. Some really cheap paints are already like watered and they're just not good, honestly. I've used some paints that are just like so bad where I'm like, okay, I got to strip this figure of all of its paint and start over because this paint is just never going to cooperate the way I need it to. Unfortunately. So again, all trial and error. Some stuff works for you, a lot of stuff doesn't. The golden acrylic stuff's expensive. That's the first time I've used like higher end acrylic paints. I still have never used Vallejo, never used Army Painter or what's the other one? Vallejo, and there's one like I always forget like the two main brands everyone swears by. But I've never used them. I think Hobby Lobby carries them like in store, but I don't have Hobby Lobby by me. I just have Michaels. So I can never find them in store. Although one of my local comic book shops have Vallejo because they have like miniatures and stuff, so that's cool. The creative block is real, bro. I feel it honestly, Rex. I've talked. I know you and I have talked about it personally, but I took a really long break from customizing, painting. It was just like it just wasn't there. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just have to like take some time away. For me personally, when I've like had before I did all this, I was a musician for a long time. I was a working musician in Nashville for a while. I was touring. I was playing on albums and stuff and studios. And sometimes you just like don't have the sauce within you. You know what I mean? And when I try to force it, it just makes it worse because then I get frustrated and I'm like, damn it, this is like, I know I can do better, but it's just not there. Sometimes you just have to put it down and walk away. Also, sorry in advance. I might have like given you like a ton of unsolicited advice, and just ignore me if I start giving unsolicited advice. I know how annoying that can be, so I'm really sorry. I hope I don't offend you or anything. I value you as a friend, although I only know you digitally. I value every single one of you, all 26 of you that are in here, everyone who's been in here for a minute, an hour, or a second today, every other stream. Oh yeah, Rex is just so offended and mad. I can tell he's seething. I can feel it. Nah, you're cool, Rex. I appreciate you, bro. Rex is Oh my God, Rex! I know. I'm sorry, dude. I'll have to send you a picture of all the Black Series stuff I have put aside, where I can like really pick them apart and like build like a crazy custom kit bash. But yeah, Rex has been around since like day one, guys. He day one of like the revival of my page. He saw some of my I think it was a Sinner 6, right, Rex? Because then I remember you were starting to build your own Spider-Man customs. Yeah, that's what it was. You're doing the Green Goblin and Scorpion. Me and Rex have been super tight Instagram buddies ever since. it's really cool. You know, the internet can be a terrible, scary place often, but it can be just as cool to you know, just as beneficial. You make friends and stuff. You guys, I was the inspiration. That's I appreciate that, man. That's crazy. I really appreciate that. Oh, Rex, I've been talking to one of my old friends who's bought some stuff off of me before, some customs, some just some standard figs. And he has been talking to me about commissioning a like Punisher style stormtrooper. So I figured you'd appreciate that since you're a big Star Wars guy. We haven't nailed down any details yet, but we've been kind of like blueprinting it, and yeah, I'm excited. I think that'll be cool, pretty unique. Plus, it'll be easy because stormtroopers are already white, so I just gotta do the black parts. Because I hate painting white. Have I done Tombstone? Yeah, I've done one Tombstone. Well, I've done two. Well, one Tombstone that I like revamped, so I have two different versions of it. But this yellow worked out really good. Check that out. And then like in the crevices, we still have like the pink shining through a little bit. So I think I'm going to take some of the yellow, water it down, or not water it down, but mix it with some white to make it a little bit lighter. And we'll dry brush through these crevices. Yeah, this is looking good. And then this is going to be orange. What do you guys think? Get some Joe parts on there. Exactly, Rex. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, dude, this is like some of the nicest yellow I've painted, honestly. Bought it from and it had some white liquid on. Should I be concerned? No, that's perfectly normal, Max or Prime. I think every Scarlet Witch comes with a little bit of white on it. You should be good. A Punisher Trooper, yeah, wouldn't that be insane? Some really nice yellow. Thank you, thank you. I did, Rex Sky Guy. I saw, if you see it on the gauntlet down here, Rex, I did a dark purple and then I dry brushed like a lavender on top. So now we're getting like some cool shading and layers in there. I don't know that oh yeah. I didn't get full coverage on this like shoulder piece, but you won't really see it too much, so. Thank you, bro, thank you. I'm gonna make this orange, so I'm just gonna keep it how it is. I'll be curious to see how it comes out. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. I'm proud of it myself. Like I said, I really want to push the boundaries of what I can do on this figure, and so doing stuff like this I think is fun. I'm going to really take my time with this figure. It might take a while, you know, for the video to come out, for the final product. But I think especially doing it like this, like one limb at a time, slowly building up there, it'll like you'll still get the gratification and the you know, the dopamine rushes from like finishing pieces. So it'll still be worth it. I won't get like tired of it. I'm sure Rex and every other customizer in my chat can relate that sometimes you just work on a project for so long that like that's just like, dude, never mind. I don't want to work on this custom anymore. And then you put it off. Well, you guys have seen some of my shorts before where like I go into my custom bin. It's like, oh, this figure was like 3/4 of the way done, but I was just so sick of it, I had to put it down. And then it takes me like another maybe hour or two to finish it. I'm like, oh, I was so close to finishing this. But it's, you know, you just get so tired of it. You're like, okay, I need something different. A lot of you Discord and live stream guys know I almost gave up on my Dr. Doom custom like 100 times. My Hobgoblin I almost backed out of. The yellowish brown fits the original. Oh, like the Gambit design? Yeah, they went really brown. Again, I don't know a ton about the comic he's from, or, you know, X-Men in general. I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess you can make like a really good custom just like that, huh? So now we're gonna water this, or I keep saying water. We're gonna make like a lighter yellow now over off to the side here. And then we can like, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Get a little bit more yellow in there because we're losing a lot of the paint. Yeah, that looks really good. Nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. Check this out, guys. Good. Maybe add a little bit more white. I added a lot of yellow back in there, so. Yeah, that's definitely lighter. Oh, my desk is a mess. When I take a lot of time off, I'm not as diligent about cleaning my desk. And so it turns into mayhem pretty fast. You know, all the half-completed figures I have around me. Rex, yeah, dude, 3D printers are so sick. But yeah, they take up space for sure. Yeah, I have one. I don't use it enough. I always just like low key sometimes forget I have it because it's in a bedroom away from a lot of my other stuff. So, which is probably like a wild and insanely privileged thing to say. So I'm not trying to flex or anything. I promise. Although I guess I didn't know a ton. I probably could have did more research. My dad was just like, do some research. Let me know which one you want, or you know what you'd need. And then he ended up buying it for me, which is pretty cool. I didn't get anything crazy. I think it was only like $200-300 or something, but still, it's really cool nonetheless. You know. And I got a filament 3D printer. I think now I would get a not what's the other one, like a not filament printer, what's the like printers people use to like print heads and stuff. That seems to be far more useful, especially for my applications, but I didn't know. Sorry, I just realized I never put music on or anything either, so it's like a little quiet. And I was like locked into painting some of these smaller details. I don't know. Did that like lighter yellow do anything? Yeah, it definitely did, right? Yeah. Resin printer. Yeah, exactly. Death and Black Hole, I think that's kind of part of it too. Is like I hate to like say that, right? Because it's like all these people want 3D printers, and I'm like, oh, I have one, I'm bored of it. But it's like I was 3D printing a lot of accessories. I made that like big diorama myself one time, and it was convenient for that. But now I'm like, especially now that I use mostly, I'm mostly making custom figures and stuff, I don't have as much of a need for a filament printer anymore. And so I just kind of forget that it's like an option for me to. I know there's like things not figure related I can print out. I can like print out like random like accessories for like my phone or like around the house and stuff. I'm also not very good at like some of that technology. So like I'm fully reliant on like buying other people's files. I'm not very good at like programming or using those like different apps, so like be able to create my own like files. So I don't know. I know there's some like decently priced resin printers too. Like I wouldn't have to break the bank to be able to get like a resin printer too. But like Rex Sky Guy said, I don't have the room for like all of that. Cold Chrome accessory customs, kind of, I guess. Kind of like I was just saying, like diorama pieces, and then Rex, I think I've mentioned it to you before, dude. I like if you ever need stuff, let me know, dude. I'll gladly print stuff for you, and that goes for everyone in here, especially anyone who like I interact with daily or knows me personally and lives in the U.S. Sorry, but shipping out of the country's a pain in the butt. So I stick to U.S. I've told the story before on live streams, but I got accused of being a scammer a while back, about a year ago. I did one of my first giveaways, um, and one of the kids, it was a younger kid, hence why I basically was using the wrong terminology because I wasn't scamming. I never took a penny of his money or anything. It was a free giveaway, um, and he was located in the Philippines. And so, like, I was looking up at this and that, and like I was saying earlier, when someone was like asking, "Oh, can I get a figure?" I'm, a one man show who works a 9 to 5. I don't get anything for free from any companies. So it was to give away a figure and have to pay all the shipping and stuff. It's more money and trouble than it was going to be worth. Unfortunately, I don't know if that sounds harsh. I don't mean it to be harsh, but just realistic. And so I told him after like going back and forth for a while, like, because I was like, I'll try to figure out like a way I could get it to you cheaper or something. And I just couldn't figure something out. So I was like, him and a couple other people, wasn't just him that entered, were from out of the country. And so, I made a public statement like, um, and, sorry, I got distracted by you guys talking in the chat saying I'm a scammer. I sound 22 is crazy. Thank you, Rex. Um, and so, I made a public statement like, I apologize. This is a learning experience for me. I should have, this is my first time doing it. I should have known better. I'm sorry. Um, and then he still was bothering me. So I think I ended up blocking him. And then he went on TikTok slandering me, saying I was a scammer. He sent his little army of friends commenting on my videos, trying to report me and stuff. So I ended up reporting him, and the post slandering me got taken down. And I messaged him like, look, like, you know, I tried to have like a meaningful conversation with him. He just never responded. But that's the saga of how I almost got canceled a year ago. Do I make custom figures? Yes, I'm actually making one right now, Whitney. Dude, this yellow came out pretty crisp. I'm not gonna lie. Those the brighter yellow highlights over top, and then still keeping some of the pink peeking through, just kind of really works, I think. It's like a darker. You don't really tell. I think up close, maybe. No, it just looks like shading, honestly. Yeah, right, Rex. A pretty fun, crispy lore story. I said it. I said crisp. Three and 3/4 inch scale Marvel White Tiger. That could be fun. I've never really messed around with 3 and 3/4 scale customs. I almost made some 3 and 3/4 scale custom clones, and then I got kind of intimidated by how much work it seemed like it was going to be, and so I kind of backed out, admittedly. Let's go ahead and straighten out this elbow a little bit. I guess that's a good way to test paint rub. And we got nothing. Cool. Nice. We don't have paint rub, we just have some spots that I missed completely, so that's good. It's a good start. I'll take missed spots over paint rub any day. So these joints will just hit with probably the maybe the darker yellow. Makes sense. Or the lighter yellow. We'll hit the lighter yellow. Death and Black Hole, you missed everything, actually. I don't... Pred, where do I even start on all the stuff that Black Hole missed while his phone crashed? I don't even know. Face reveal and $2. Yeah, $2 for everyone in chat, but you weren't here, Black Hole, so no $2 for you. RR, yeah, what's up, bro? We are making Hobgoblin tonight. Boom, no paint rub, guys. We prepped these joints proper. Let's touch up some of the stuff I missed in here because of the way I had the arms positioned. Cool. Nice. Hey, Travis, nice to meet you, man. Oh, good, Rex. I'll probably, No, Black Hole's in the Discord as Black Hole. But yeah, I appreciate you hanging out, Rex. Yeah, I'll probably go here in a couple minutes too. I know, it's late night. I know Pred's fully reliant on when I end to go to bed. So I didn't want to do a super long stream tonight. Just a quick little one. We can hang out. And we made far more progress than than we had anticipated. Let me get some orange on these gauntlets maybe, and then or maybe I'll just do that. Oh shoot, I don't think I had the. Let me get the other orange real quick. Cobweb, thanks, man. That's funny. Yeah, Jared, what are you working on? That's cool, man. Thank you. I'm glad I can be like your background Bob Ross. Yeah, tell us what you're working on if you want to. That orange covers pretty well. I like it. Whoa, Bill Figure Armadillo Space 12. Damn, Jared, that's gonna be cool. Yeah, Rex, there's a Discord. Yeah, Pred, send him a link. I gotta get Rex into the. Gotta get one of the OG homies into the Discord. I think we're gonna get a lot of interesting shades of blue, cause all that we got like pink on this blue, we got yellow, we got some orange. So when we put that teal on there, we might get some interesting shades. I might have to like even out the color a little bit with whatever primer works good for blue, but I think it looks good nonetheless. So. Plus, like, I don't think they're in the chat anymore. I merely forget the username. When we were talking about Hobgoblin in the beginning and how I'm gonna like do like animated colors, he was talking about how like when he thinks of Hobgoblin, he thinks orange. So it's gonna be cool to like still fit some of these orange details in there. Because like I said, if you look at the animated Hobgoblin, he's got like, you know, his like main jumpsuit's kind of yellowish, but he's got like orange highlights throughout his hood and like scarf area. The tops of like his main boots are yellow, but then the tops of the boots are orange. So adding some of these like orange highlights in here, I think, get us the best of both worlds. And I think it's a cool contrast with how good this yellow came out with some orange. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it look good or corny? Sorry, I got used to Pred trick. B14, thank you. Rex, you dig the orange line? Thanks, bro, thanks. I can't figure it out. Yeah, Rex, I feel you, bro. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's cool to see you in here. I know you don't always get to catch the live stream, so appreciate you hanging out, bro. I'll make sure to DM you the Discord link too. James Trains for Gains. There's the homie. Thanks, Rex. Appreciate it, bro. I'm sure I'll be chatting with you about toys and everything in between. Enjoy your slumber, my friend. Working on a little hobgoblin, James. I know I just everyone's been saying the same thing. Dang, you just finished a hobgoblin? I sure did. And I'm gonna make another one because I love hobgoblin. I know it's a hot take, but hobgoblin is my goblin. Okay, cool. That's how I'm gonna follow that line. The orange not connecting down here, it just felt like it's too disconnected. So now if it follows this, that looks more natural. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Damn, that looks really good. I like this a lot. And then this part will be orange. Should I keep this part a darker orange like this, or should I make this like a lighter orange and then maybe add like, or should I do darker orange first and then like a lighter orange dry brush, kind of like the same thing here, so we get the cool effect. And then maybe like the top of the cuff here will be like a dark orange to follow like the trim. What do you guys think? Dark to light orange. All right, cool. That's what I was thinking too. So I'll definitely do that. That's a good point, James. Dark to light orange. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Dry brush. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I think that's what I'll end up doing then. Cool. Thank you guys. I always appreciate your guys' input. Definitely helps me decide. Sometimes it's hard. I think that's another thing that will slow me down when I'm making a custom is I'm like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know. And then I think about the decision forever, and I keep convincing myself what to do. Oh, the pink and lavender? Yeah, that looks good, right? That came out really good. It's a good trick for that yellow. That's like some of the best oh, that's not the arm that's done. It's like some of the best yellow ever. I'm glad I ended up doing this trick and not just buying like new paints and stuff. Nice. But yeah, all right. I think I'm Yellow looks really good. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I know it was just a quick one, but I just wanted to get on here and start this custom, hang out with you guys, catch up a little bit. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. But I don't have anything going on Friday, so I'll be able to do my Friday night stream, and those are always longer. We usually try to go for anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. I appreciate all of you that came and hung out tonight, gave me input, and everything else. For the best, I need to sleep. Yeah, I need to sleep too, and I know Preds rely on when I finish too. But yeah, so thanks guys for hanging out, giving me all the suggestions, just being good chat. And yeah, like I always say, if you're here for a minute, a second, or an hour, I appreciate you all the same. If you haven't yet, please check out all the content I have on my page. If you're new here, if you're not new here, then thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, come join the Discord. We always have fun there. Yeah, I appreciate you all so much. And thank you guys. Thanks to everyone for all the kind words, all the support. It always means the world to me. And I'll see you Friday. Come hang out with me Friday night. All right, guys. You have a great night.